A soldier was horrified to discover that the military dog had suddenly stopped in its tracks. He quickly raised his hand to signal his teammates to halt. The soldier swiftly took cover and observed the surroundings, but the captain ordered them to continue forward. The military dog had no choice but to keep moving ahead, but what lay before them was an enemy ambush. When the enemies saw the military dog enter their trap, they immediately pressed the remote detonator, causing an instant explosion. The dog handler, worried about the military dog's safety, rushed in to rescue it but was attacked by the enemy. He quickly called for help from the captain behind him, but the captain was too scared and hid behind a wall, refusing to come out. Only after the enemies finished their attack and left did the captain finally lead the squad forward to rescue them. By then, however, the dog handler had already been killed by the enemy. The military dog barked furiously at the captain. Unexpectedly, the captain drew his gun, preparing to shoot the dog. Fortunately, a soldier intervened just in time, preventing the captain's plan to frame the military dog from succeeding. At the dog handler's funeral, Max struggled free from the soldier's restraints and threw himself directly onto his handler's coffin. He cried out with all his might, calling to his master inside, but received no response. He could only lie on the ground, guarding his master. When the funeral ended and soldiers tried to lead Max away, he resisted frantically until the handler's brother Kevin called to him. Only then did Max suddenly calm down as he recognized a familiar scent on his brother. The military was preparing to euthanize Max because he suffered from war trauma and was becoming increasingly aggressive, not allowing anyone to approach him. But when he saw Kevin, Max immediately calmed down. Kevin's family decided to adopt him, but for safety reasons, the father chained Max in the yard. At night, Max missed his master terribly and howled continuously at the night sky. Kevin, unable to sleep from the noise, immediately went out with toys to comfort Max. Max quieted down as soon as he saw Kevin, but when Kevin turned to leave, Max began barking wildly again. Kevin had no choice but to sleep on the grass, spending a quiet night with Max. From then on, Max recognized Kevin as his new master. When the retired captain came to visit, Max barked furiously at the hypocritical captain because he knew this captain had caused his master's death. Max frantically broke free from his chain and lunged at the captain. Thanks to Kevin's intervention, the captain barely escaped. The father, thinking Max had gone mad for no reason, imprisoned him directly in an iron cage. Even worse, the captain falsely accused Max of suddenly going crazy, which led to his son being shot and killed. The father believed the captain's story and was about to shoot Max directly. Kevin rushed out to stop him, explaining that he knew his brother's character well. He would never take an untrustworthy military dog into battle. The helpless father declared that if Max went mad again, he would definitely have him euthanized. To investigate the truth, Kevin went to the military base alone. After inquiring, he learned that Tyler hadn't left the army due to injury, but had been expelled for smuggling military weapons. Only then did Kevin understand Tyler's sinister nature. The next day, he secretly followed Tyler and discovered him dealing with local arms dealers. Max, seeing the weapons, barked out loud. The dealer's two vicious dogs spotted them. Max blocked their path to protect Kevin, giving him a look that signaled him to escape first. Then Max lured away the two vicious dogs. He used strategy to bite one dog's leg, and when the other dog came to help, Max found himself at a disadvantage due to the size difference. But as an excellent military dog, he kicked with his hind legs and sent the vicious dog tumbling down the slope. Meanwhile, Kevin was riding his bike to escape when he crashed in his haste, breaking the wheel. Kevin had to abandon the bike and run. When he got home, Tyler was already waiting for him. Tyler had called the police first, claiming that Max had attacked them in a fit, and used Kevin's broken bicycle as evidence. Then Tyler took Kevin to his room and threatened him not to reveal what happened that day. He also told Kevin that Max must be euthanized, or else his family members would die. For his family's safety, Kevin reluctantly agreed. Just like that, Max was loaded into a vehicle. He had lost his master once again, and this time he faced death. The dog seemed to sense the danger and began frantically chewing on a stick. Then he turned around and untied the rope, knocked down the attendant who was trying to close the door, and squeezed out through the gap. He had to rush back to protect his little master. That evening, the father noticed his son's strange behavior, but Kevin wouldn't say anything. The father had to go to the warehouse to ask Tyler about it, but discovered him conducting an arms deal. When the father asked Tyler to open the crate, Tyler immediately held him at gunpoint. Meanwhile, the mother couldn't reach the father and realized something terrible had happened. Just then, Max returned. Kevin was very surprised to see him. He then found two friends and asked them to help search for his father. When they reached the warehouse, Tyler's group had already disappeared, but they found the father's gun holster on the ground. Kevin let Max smell it, and following the scent, Max began leading the way while the three of them followed behind. They tracked from night until dawn. Max persevered with tremendous willpower and finally discovered their vehicle on a hillside. The father was being held inside the car. The three decided to send the girl back to call the police while Max and the other person continued tracking. But just as the girl left, the boy's phone made a sound. The dealer's vicious dog heard it and chased after them. To protect Kevin, Max charged forward for a desperate fight, but the size difference was too great, and he remained at a disadvantage. Kevin told him to be smart about it. Max seemed to understand Kevin's words, turned around, and lured the vicious dog away. As an excellent military dog, Max used his superior endurance and stamina to wear down the vicious dog. Soon the vicious dog was exhausted, and Max seized the opportunity to push it down the slope. On the other side, the father found his chance to knock down his guard, and Max arrived just in time. He charged frantically toward the father. Just as the father was about to shoot Max, Max pounced on the bad guy behind him. At that moment, the father finally understood Max's loyalty. Kevin also arrived then, and father and son were finally reunited. But the father's leg was slowed by an old injury, greatly reducing his escape speed. To buy time for the father to escape, Kevin and Max decided to lead the pursuers away. Tyler pursued relentlessly from behind. When jumping over a broken cliff, Kevin injured his leg and Max nearly fell off the cliff. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't climb back up. Seeing Tyler about to catch up, Kevin could only continue running, but the pain in his foot slowed his escape. He was eventually caught by Tyler. Just as Tyler was about to finish off Kevin, Max arrived from behind. Tyler raised his gun to shoot, and Kevin took the opportunity to kick his shin. Max lunged directly at Tyler, and both fell together under the bridge. Fortunately, Max didn't die. Kevin brought Max to his brother's grave, thanking his brother for the gift he had left behind. And Max had finally avenged his original master.